Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Next question again.
Why do baby dads pick and choose what kids they want to raise?
Women are fucking delusional.
Wow.
You do know when you break up with that nigga, so does the kid. Like, y'all understand that, right? He doesn't owe you nothing. That man don't owe you shit. He don't owe the kid nothing. He don't owe you. He's in a relationship with both of y'all. If you and that man break up, that man and that kid break up. Because if he goes and finds another family, his loyalty is to them, to the family he has, not the broken family he helped create, to the family he's trying to maintain. So I get it. I do get it. I understand. I swear to God, I do. People get upset because it's like, if you have kids over there and kids over here, why are you treating these kids over here better than the kids over there? So are you overall a bad dad?
Yes.
Nah. You're
yes,
a bad dad.
No,
it's
because
about perspective, bro. Hey, Quay, it's about perspective.
First of all, most of the time when these baby daddies are being complained about, they're not even with anybody. They're not with any of their baby mothers. So nice try by saying they're trying to build a new family.
Hey, what's going on, family? This time for No Picks Podcast.
What up, family? Joe, No Picks Podcast.
All right, Joe, what's your thoughts on what we just saw?
Oh, interesting. Well, wait. So what was her perspective initially? Like, was she against the idea that men pick and choose? That's the way she framed it, right? But pick and choose who they want. What was her objection? That
her issue was that, you know, if men have kids kids with someone else, and then the relationship doesn't work, and then they go with their next girlfriend and they have kids, or she has previous kids or whatever, and you know, he starts a family with them, he neglects his children from the first situation. So her issue was like, why do dads pick and choose what kids they want to take care of?
Interesting.
And he was well, you heard what he said, but go ahead. What you think?
Yeah. Okay. So it's an interesting conversation, right? So it's gonna be we got to add a little nuance to this because it's not so black and white on this one. So I agree that. Well, was the first guy who broke up with her in a hypothetical situation, was he the father of that child?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's his kid. Like, that's his kid.
Well, I mean,
he leaves, starts another relationship, has another baby with another chick, and he neglects his child from the first baby mom.
That's not okay. So then, mom. All right, with that context, I'm gonna say I can't endorse that, bro. I can't endorse that. Like, I think as a man, once you make your bed, you got to lay in it. And maybe you might not stay with the mother of your child, but if y'all split and you decide to just abandon your responsibilities or become just a paycheck, I think that that's a detriment to society, bro, because these are going to be the future kids who are going to be sticking you up, breaking your windows, going around doing mob things. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that, first of all, men, you should be disciplined with your seed too. Don't go around spreading your seed recklessly. That's not a game. We talked about that before. Like, you should have some kind of sexual discipline. Yeah, go out there, have your fun, but like use protection and be involved with women who you know have contraceptive or on some kind of contraceptive. But as far as men going around making kids and then once the relationship ends, they abandon their responsibilities to that kid. That's my initial thought. I can't endorse that, bro. I'll say more, but that's my initial thought. What did you think?
Listen, I don't know what the hell that dude's talking about. I think he's an absolute clown.
Yeah,
straight up. Like, straight
I'm glad.
Up,
I was like, wait a minute, I might disagree with Bo. I wasn't sure where you stood, but I'm glad you said that.
No, dude's a straight up clown. Like, what do you mean? Like, it doesn't matter what your relationship is with your ex. Like, you still have to take care of your kids. And he was so confident and cocky about it. He was like, women are delusional. Don't you know, like, once we break up that family, you know, like, and I start my new family, you know what I mean? Like, I broke up with everything in that situation. Meaning like, oh, well, you and the kid, you break up with her and the kid. No, that's not how this shit go. That's your kid. Regardless of what she got going on, that's your kid. So for you to be so sitting here like, oh, well, women are delusional. No, nigga, you sound crazy. You sound crazy talking about something. I'm not going to take care of my kid because I'm not with the girl or wife anymore. Like you are corny. That's your kid.
Yeah, that's your kid no matter what. Whether you leave her, that is your. Yeah, now that I get the context, I'm looking at the boy again, like, and I'm like, no, this is a clown, bro. Like, dudes like this actually exist, though. And this is why some of us get a bad rep because of men like this who do this. You know what I mean? Like, and this is completely different from a situation, say, like Cam Newton. For as much crap as he got after he did that fake Dr. Brian stuff, who now we found out is a lesbian and she's giving advice to women when she's in a whole relationship with a woman, which is crazy, right? But Cam Newton, they was giving him ish because they were saying he creates broken families. And we kind of touched on that, bro. But now that I got more context, I'm not saying my stance has changed, but it's at least evolved because at least Cam Newton is providing for all them kids and he sees all them kids. Maybe not every day, but he's got the
Right.
bread to fly back and forth, go back and forth. He might even have him in the same home at some point. Like he can see all of them and provide for them. He's not
Yeah.
neglecting them. You see what I'm saying, bro? So that's a
I agree.
completely different vibe. So Cam, I feel like that's a different situation. But dudes like this, like Mr. McDusty that we just saw right now, who's having kids and not providing for them,
Yeah.
gentlemen, you're bums. You're bums. They still need you. And if he has a son,
Yeah.
they need that. Well, they don't even matter. The gender don't matter because your
Yeah.
little girl's gonna grow up to be a thought or be ran through or be looking for a validation from men she don't know because she
Right.
never had it from daddy. Or your son's gonna grow up and be a weak man because he's raised by a single mom. He's going to be weak and emotional. You know what I mean? Feminine. Nah, bro, he's a clown, bro. Like I can't
He
believe
said,
now that initially I was trying to let it soak, but once you added, I'm like Big Balls, and then he said it so strong too with conviction,
didn't
like
he?
yeah, because he was standing on business with that. Now I'm like clown ass dude, like what are you
Yeah.
talking about?
No, he meant that shit. He was like, yo, he said women are delusional. Don't you know once you break up with me, like you break up with the whole situation? Like, and you said this, you said it already, but like there's plenty of dudes who feel like, listen, I've grown up with dudes who feel like this. So
Same,
I've grown up with dudes that say, I've heard people say this line out their mouth before.
yeah,
If the baby mom comes to the dude, right? The guy that they're no longer with comes to, hey, listen, I need money for this. I need money for that, Pampers, food, whatever. They be like, the guys out their mouth, I've heard them say this. Well, you're effing that other dude, get him to do it now. Although it's his kid, he's like, listen, since you're now you're having sex with a new dude, he should be taking care of all of this, and I shouldn't really be involved. I've heard it, and it's crazy. It's crazy for you, and he's
yeah,
basically endorsing this train of thought. Like, oh, okay, cool. It don't matter if she's getting having sex with everybody in Philly. That's still your
right.
kid.
That's still your kid. That is your child. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Remember the dude who was like, and there's some men are upfront about it and they're honest. Remember the one boy I remember you made us react with months ago? The boy who was like, listen, I don't want no kids. If you get pregnant, I'm letting you know in advance, don't keep it because I'm not going to
Mhm.
take care of it. And the boy had like 5 or 6 kids already from different women.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah,
like, and I
yeah.
told every single one of them, I don't want a kid. But he was still out there slinging it, probably raw or with women who weren't taking protection and making these kids. And I'm like, bro, you're a clown. Granted, he said it up front, right? But it's also the responsibility on you to make sure that you ain't going out there getting these women pregnant because
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it doesn't absolve you of that responsibility or that
Facts.
accountability. It
Yeah.
just doesn't. It just
Like,
don't.
right. Like once the kid is there, right? So you and I could argue about, how fair it is, versus, men don't have any rights, but women have all the rights or say so in this
Yeah.
situation. But once the kid is there, it's
Yeah.
there. And it's like,
It's there.
bro,
Right.
you have to
Right.
like, what in you would make you not want to take care of your own? So for me, anybody that knows me knows I love me some me, right? But my thing is this. So I take care of my children, right? But it's not it's like it's for me. I do it for like listen. Let's say I do it for selfish reasons. I'm like, yo, they're extensions of me. Like
Right.
they're little me's. So they
Right.
are never going to be in a situation where it's like, okay, cool. Would they go out where I'm going, going out to the club or some fancy place or something like that, and they don't have it. The reason is
Right.
because they're part of me.
Right. 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 I agree, bro. Before, I mean, and I gotta take better care of myself because I'm the type of person who will make sure that my family is good. And then at the end, whatever's left over, then I'll be like, all right, now I gotta do me, right? Like my kids will have whatever they need before I have what I need. And
Mm,
sometimes that works, to my detriment, but like that's how much I love my kids. And sometimes I see babies and I hear about stories where the father's no longer in the picture and I'm just in love with this baby because, I'm a dad. I love kids. I miss that
right.
phase. I got a 3-year-old, so it wasn't that far away. But like I look at these kids and I'm like, I don't understand how a man could see this baby and think I'm just gonna abandon my responsibility. Like these
Yeah.
beautiful babies. And I'm like, bro, how can you look at a child or hold it and say,
Yeah.
I'm good on this? Like, you know what I mean? Like that for me, and I can't comprehend that, bro. And I
Yeah.
have men in my life and they're not close because I can't be close to dudes who do that because
Right.
I just can't. Like if you abandon your responsibilities, I can't ride with you, bro. Like
Yeah.
for me, I don't want you in my circle because like what I feel like you won't even be loyal to me, bro. Like I
Right.
don't know. It reflects your character. It really, really
It does.
does,
It
bro.
does. It
So
frustrates her. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I
this
think I
was
think
good to
how they get through it is basically they just pretend it don't exist. Like they ignore it.
It's wild.
They like because I feel like that's the only way you can get through that because if you like you can't. There's no logical way to be like, oh, okay, I'm doing, even though they not thriving, I'm thriving, and it's cool. You just got to
Yeah,
pretend that part of you doesn't exist. You have to.
right. Right.
So
It's and just for statistics, right? We always got to have context, right? Because we know that some people will take this conversation and be like, "This is why black men are deadbeat fathers. This is why we gave up on the black man." Or this. Shut up, because we talked about this several times. Statistically, the men who are out there creating all these kids and having multiple kids with these women, that's like 16% of men. And we know from black demographics, who takes their data from the census, we know that over 50% of men have no kids or have a kid and are active in their child's life. 85% of black men, actually, if we want to talk about just racial, 85% of black men either have no kid or have kids and are active in their life. And according to the CDC, black men are also the most engaged with their kids. So you got to remember, when we talk about men with this mentality, that's not the majority of us. So don't paint all black men like this. We're trying to get away from this narrative and recreate our narrative because it's been hijacked, right, Ty? Like we talked about that. We have to take control of our narrative and the way that society views us. The men like this, that's like 15, 60% of men. Most of us out here either don't got them or we're grinding and active in our kids' lives. And yo, shout out to the dad, Ty. Much respect, brother. I always feel that way, bro. Like I respect you because we're just here. We're here. Our kids are here. You know what I mean? Like it's like you got to understand the majority of us aren't like this, women. Please understand. It's not all of us. It's a minority of us that are having all these kids. The average man between 18 and 35 is either a virgin or is not even sexually active, bro. Like, and we've had that data too. Men are out there slinging it. It's like a small group of men running through these women, bro, and having these kids.
Yeah, but it's the ones that they have the same characteristics that women tend to flock to, right? They got the sweat, they got the bread, maybe scammers, drug dealers, like all of them. Bro, the drug dealers, listen. Let's not even go there. Let's just say,
let's not. Yeah, I know.
Let's not even go there, right? But what Joe saying, listen, look up the numbers. All these deadbeat dads out here. It's not that many of them.
It's not that many of them.
It's really not. So y'all
and
just
if you
be picking
got
the same
one,
dudes
you
that have
just
baby
chose.
dads.
You chose the wrong
to be a
one.
baby dad.
If you chose one of them, that's on you because that's like a small group of men that you chose. There are plenty of men out there who would have been suitable, but maybe they didn't make enough money for you. Maybe you needed somebody making six figures. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like that's when we start telling women like shorties,
you know what I don't get,
wisely.
Joe? How chicks become like the third baby mom. I'll be like, how? Like, how did you, like, he had kids before you by two different women and you're the third or the fourth or the fifth or the sixth. Like, it's like, I'll be
ridiculous.
Like, why did y'all pick him? Like,
right. Why? I completely agree, bro. Why? You could have picked anybody, but you procreated with him.
All right. Well, listen, fam, let us know what y'all think. And we had to get on the guys for a second.
Yes.
It was warranted. Dude was tripping. Let us know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, definitely comment. Fellas, tell us what y'all think in the comments too. All right, till next time.